Now, before we get started, I would really love if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get the latest content from the YouTube channel, The Last Rewind. And don't be shy about leaving your comments at the bottom of the page because you are the sole reason why this channel will be successful. Thank you. Hey, welcome to The Last Rewind. And make sure you hit the like button and subscribe because we got a lot to get into today. It's not going to be a long video, but I have a lot to say because we're going to talk about them Lakers. Those Lakers. Man, oh man. Game 3 just ended last night, first round versus the Denver Nuggets. Man, oh man. Shannon Sharp and I know Nick Wright are got to be having a stroke right now. Their predictions, Nick Wright actually thought that the Lakers stood a chance, a snowball's chance in hell of beating the Nuggets. I mean, for the series. I'm not talking about for one game. I'm talking about for the series. One game. I don't think they're going to get game 4. I think the brooms is coming out. Game 3, I think, was their last shot. So maybe there's a small chance they win game 4, but it's a gentleman's sweep at best. They carrying it back to Denver and they put them out their misery. But I think it's already over. I think they're going to take it in LA. Their spirit, their soul is gone. Lakers are done for, man. People just kept having this narrative. Like the disrespect that went to the Denver Nuggets was astronomical because they didn't act like they were the NBA champions. All these pundits out here like Lakers got a chance. The Lakers got a chance. Even Stephen A. and Paul Pierce like, man, if somehow LeBron can pull this out, I may have to revisit the GOAT conversation. Paul Pierce, I think, actually said, man, he would be the GOAT. I would have to say he's probably the GOAT because they beat the Denver Nuggets. That's it, though. They didn't even say win the championship, basically. It's just like, oh, they beat the Denver Nuggets. The disrespect. The Lakers only got in because of something Adam Silver added a few years ago called a play-in tournament. They weren't actually the 7th or 8th seed going in. They had some game and got in on a technicality at the end. Well, I'll have to say, though, the season has been a success for the Lakers because they got that mid-season trophy, which should predict what's going to happen at the end of the season. Just like the Pacers, right? Pacers got to the mid-season tournament championship, so they're probably bound to get to the finals, right? Because no one cared about it. No one cared about that crap. So it predicted nothing. It's a shame. They have lost 11 games in a row to this team. 11 games, counting regular season and playoffs. If they get swept this year, they would have been swept twice by this team. And people had the nerve to say that LA had a chance. What was the reason behind that? Because they got Coach James, they got LeBron, they got Anthony Davis, the guy who wants to be Defensive Player of the Year. They got D'Lo Russell. You know, he's hitting the threes. He's scoring all these points in the regular season. Regular season ain't the playoffs. Again, the Nuggets, I believe, were the number 2 seed. Easily could have been number 1. I think they were tied for number 1, or they were very close to getting number 1 seed. Oklahoma ended up getting the number 1 seed. And you guys were saying a number 8 seed. A seed that had to get in because of an extra game called the play-in tournament, which could have went either way, that they had a chance to beat them. And they are on the verge of getting swept. That is a damn shame. But I'm gonna tell you what else is a shame. See, this is why I can't. The Lakers can never just lose. It's always a narrative. It's always a narrative. LeBron ain't got enough help. You have a top 75 player on your team who is actually outplaying you. Anthony Davis has been killing it. Minus a fourth quarter, he might have went missing. But you can arguably say he is outplaying LeBron. And I'm not saying LeBron was correct. LeBron has been doing his thing too. He's been putting up points too. In fact, let's look at the stats. Game one. Anthony Davis, 32 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks. I'll take that. LeBron James had 27 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 block and 1 steal. Great. Let's see. Where's D'Angelo Russell now? No, he had a bad game. Let's see. He shot 30% from the field, 13 points. Yeah, I won't take that. And the bench, let's see. Taurean Prince had 11 points on 57% shooting. So got a little bit of help there, but still. There's no reason why you guys should not have won this game. It's not like you're getting blown out by the Nuggets. Every game damn near is close. This game, what did they win? Let's see. This was only won by 11 points. But at one point, you guys, it's the same MO. Lakers come out early, firing in the first half. In the second half, they just dissipate. They disappear. It's been the same story almost every game in this 11-game losing streak. Next game, game 2. Lakers lost, by 2 points. Had a 20-point lead. 20-point lead in the second half. And LeBron want to talk about, there was this foul where old boy got hit in the face and they didn't call it. You talking about a 2-point differential, dude? You had a 20-point lead. No excuses. And that it was not like that play happened like within the 1 minute of the fourth quarter. You mean you could tell me you couldn't make up that 2-point differential? Come on, man. No complaints here because let's look at the stat line on this. Anthony Davis, 32 points. Fourth quarter, I'll give you that. He disappeared on that. But you had more than enough help. He was killed. I thought he was actually going for 50. Like the man could not miss. Here's the problem. Feed him the ball. They should be telling his tail to get down in the post and feed him the ball. Make him take the shot. Darvin Ham, LeBron, if you're the quintessential point guard, or supposed to be anyway, give him the ball. Tell him, no. You score because you are killing Jokic because Jokic was off his game in the first half. Or maybe Jokic was just doing what he always does, playing it safe, and then when the second half comes, that's when it goes off. That's the whole Nuggets MO. Wait until the second half. You just wait. He was killing it. D'Angelo Russell. This man could have went for 50 the way he was scoring. He was 8-16 for the game. Could not miss in the first half. 7 of 11 from 3-point. He was shooting 63%. Ended up with 23 points. I'll take that. LeBron James was having a good game himself. 26 points, 2 blocks, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds. Having a great game. Then you go to the Denver side. Let's see, what were Denver's stats? Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. Give me for a sec. Okay, Jokic ended the game with 27 points, 10 assists, 20 rebounds. What? 20 rebounds. So he had a triple-double, 2 steals as well, too. See, Aaron Gordon had 14 points, 7 rebounds. Jamal Murray, 20 points. Now, don't let that stat fool you. Before I get to him, Michael Porter Jr. had 22 points. But Jamal Murray was having a crap game, which also allowed the Lakers to get the 20-point lead. So they couldn't say because of this guy was killing us. He was 9 of 24 for the game, shooting terrible in the first 3 quarters. So again, you had your chances to put this team away. You have to have that killer instinct to put them away so they have no chance of even coming back or no chance of thinking about it. And I know this is a new form of the NBA where big leads aren't always safe. Aren't always safe, but they can be safe if you keep your foot on their neck. He went off in the 4th quarter, and I'm not going to crap on Anthony Davis because that was good defense he put on him, and that last second buzzer beater, it was just better offense by Jamal Murray. And they won by 2 points. Thrilling game. 2 points. It's not a blowout. 101-99. Again, Lakers fail. This is how most of the game, none of the games have been blowouts that the Denver Nuggets have won for the most part. Then you got last night. Last night, I said if they don't get a big lead in the first half, it's over because Denver just keeps coming back. They keep coming back in the second half. So you need a cushion to prevent them from beating you guys. Nuggets won again, 112-105. Again, not a blowout, a 7-point win. Let's see, Lakers. What were the Lakers stats? Lakers, where are you at? Anthony Davis, another monster game. 33 points, 15 rebounds, no blocks, surprisingly. Let's see, 3 assists, 1 steal, shot 71% from free throws, 60% from the field. LeBron, 26 points. Another good game, 60% from the field. Let's see, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Austin Reeves made a showing this game, 22 points. Shot 47% from the field. Now, Russell, I give you Russell on this one. Russell did not show up. Russell had 0 of 7 in field goal attempts, 0 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. So he played piss poor. Still, I thought LeBron was supposed to make his teammates better. Why can't you galvanize your team and get the rest of them to play like they actually want to win a championship or like they're going to beat the defending champions in the first round? Like you guys wanted them, you guys wanted them fresh instead of wanting them a little bit more wounded in the Western Conference Finals. Nick Wright, this is what you wanted and this is what you got. And now you're going to go home very unhappy because your man LeBron is not going to be able to do it. And back to this 11-game streak thing, losing streak thing. Of course, no one can just lose without having a narrative to come with it. So I don't know if Maverick Carter is behind this, but all of a sudden now there's a stat that's popped up, and I've researched the stat, and it's true. I'll admit if something's true. There's a stat talking about Jordan. I think they said he lost. Let me look up the thing so I'll make sure I'm not reading it wrong. Jordan was 0 of 13 between March 21st, 1986 and April 28th, 1987 to the Boston Celtics. That's his losing streak to the Boston Celtics. And at the time the stat was made, which I think was after game 2, LeBron was 0 of 10, now 0 of 11. Now, that stat is true. I looked it up and I went from the beginning when that stat was saying when it happened until the end of it. But let's put a little context in it. Jordan, 1986, young Jordan, not quite his prime yet, good player, great player, you may even say. But who did he have on his team? Who? I'll look it up. We can look it up. Let's actually look up who's on the team because I don't want to speculate. Let's see if he had a top 75 player on that team. I wish I already had this pulled up. Oh, I'm about to look. Oh, found it. Let's see who was on this team. Let's see if you guys recognize any of these people. Let's see, Dave Corzine. I recognize him, but I'm pretty sure most people don't. Pete Myers, John Paxson. People know John Paxson, but I don't think you're going to see him in any Hall of Fame ceremony. Charles Oakley. He made one All-Star team in his career. I think that was with the Knicks in '94. Don't think you'll be seeing him at any Hall of Fame ceremony. Brad Sellers. Mike Brown, Steve Coulter, Earl Curriton. Y'all know any of these guys? Ben Poquet, Sadale Threat. No, I think it's Sadale 3. Elston Turner, Granville Waiters, Perry Young. Most of y'all guys do not know who these people are, unless you were Chicago Bulls fanatics, which I was. But if somebody were to say their name and you had to pick them out of a lineup of pictures, y'all get them wrong. Please tell me, any of these people do you think is even in the top 100, top 500 of NBA players who've ever existed? Jordan had nobody versus the 1986 to 87 Boston Celtics. Who was on that team? Let's look up their roster. Maybe you recognize some of these people. Let's see who we got. We got Larry Bird, Hall of Famer. Dennis Johnson, pretty sure he's a Hall of Famer, former Defensive Player of the Year. Kevin McHale, Hall of Famer. Robert Parrish, Hall of Famer. Bill Walton, Hall of Famer. Danny Ainge, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he is a former All-Star. I think he's maybe a 1 or 2-time All-Star. Rick Carlisle, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I'll have to look into that, but I think he's a Hall of Famer. I'll look at that. Well, he's a coach of the Pacers and was a coach of the Mavericks. Won a championship. Oh, he won a championship with those Mavericks. They only had one All-Star to beat the Big Three. The Heatles. They had Dwayne Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh. Should be a Hall of Fame just based off of that. He had all his lonesome with Dirk Nowitzki. The one All-Star had to beat those Big Three, but LeBron never has help. So Dirk Nowitzki had all the help. Of course. But that has been the narrative for every LeBron James team damn near when they lose. When they win, oh, LeBron did this, LeBron did that. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Because always something. Always something with this cat. Again, with the context, I was saying Jordan had nobody on that team, and he went against one of the greatest teams of all time. And people want to come in and talk about LeBron has no help. I saw a post with somebody, one of these LeBron fans, like they put a picture of Larry Bird had these people, Magic Johnson had these people on his team, Jordan had these people on his team. LeBron has never had help on the Lakers. I can't believe this. You had, don't forget, you also had Russell Westbrook at one point, but he's never had help. I don't know what to say. Jordan had no help on that team. He had no All-Stars on that team. Going against an all-time great team. Some people say it's the greatest team possibly ever assembled. 86, they won the championship, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they won the championship that year. He had no help. LeBron has had help. And I don't want to hear people say, Well, LeBron's not in his prime anymore. That's not what I hear. Every time LeBron wins, what's the narrative? Well, LeBron, I can't believe he's doing this at age 38, 39. Oh, wow, y'all hating on the man. Respect greatness. But then when he loses or he has a bad game, man, y'all need to leave that man alone. He's 38, 39. What do you expect from him? You can't have it both ways. Either he's great at 39 or he's not. Even some people saying LeBron has never had a year he wasn't in his prime. All his years are prime years. All his years are great years. Okay, then there's no excuse then. We knew when Jordan went to the Wizards, he was no longer in his prime. He was still good, very good. He wasn't great anymore. He was no longer in his prime. Fine. But LeBron, the man's still averaging about 25 points a game now? But y'all want to say, oh, he's respect greatness. Show me this greatness in the first round where you're about to get swept. Where the brooms are coming out of the closet to sweep you out of the playoffs. So hopefully I don't have to hear about you anymore, because that's one thing I'm gonna be so happy about when y'all lose that I have to wait, well, somewhat, because I know what's gonna happen. I was gonna say we're gonna have to wait at least 5 months or so until we start hearing your name come up again, because this is what gets on my nerves. Y'all are the 10th seed at one point, but you're the top story on ESPN and Fox Sports with Skip Bayless and wherever Nick Wright shows. Why are we talking about you guys when there are other great teams with great players? See, this is why the ratings are dipping. One of the reasons why the ratings are dipped so bad, because they haven't created any stars, any other superstars. We've been focusing on Steph Curry's in that conversation too. Like, they're in the 8th seed. Like, why are we talking about Steph Curry? Well, 10th seed at one point, out of the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. Why are we talking about the Golden State Warriors like that? I can understand talking about them every now and then, but for every show, oh, what's the Warriors going to do? What's the Lakers going to do? Oh, where could LeBron go at next year? Could LeBron still win a championship? Can LeBron win a championship with his son next year? Can we talk about other things every week? And you know what? And I even understand people's plight when they're talking about Dallas, because I guess this is why they're America's team, because love or hate them, people want to hear about what's going to happen with them, good or bad. But I respect that people don't want to hear about them every week when they suck. Unless something controversial happens, I don't want to hear about them every week if I'm not a fan. You know, I'll listen to somebody who's a Dallas Cowboys channel if I want to hear that. But on ESPN, you don't have to talk about Dallas every week. Not every week. You know, talk about them on Sunday. But when you're the top story of the news channel every week or every day, it gets nauseating. And it gets nauseating to hear about LeBron every day when they're one of the worst teams. If they were a championship team or they were in the middle of the pack, that's one thing. So, Jokic, please push this guy out the playoffs so we don't have to hear about him again. Anyway, that's been my time on here on The Last Rewind. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace.